What? How can I hear? Doesn't seem like I should be able to hear. All right, I'm turning down the volume. This, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, what we've got here is an experiment. I don't know what's going on. How can I hear the music over my car speakers? And then can you hear me on top of that, or is it just a bunch of noise? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Bob Doyle Show podcast, not live. That's right, I'm in my car, I'm stuck in traffic, I'm not about to try to type out a title and a description and take a picture and all that other stuff to go live. There's no reason to go live right now. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to stop calling you ladies and gentlemen in just one moment. Let me just fade this out. Pause that, turn it back up for the end. Alright. So, if all goes as planned, the name of this podcast will be Stay in Your Lane. Now, hopefully that will invoke this curiosity. What does he mean? I must listen to this podcast. Or, see, here's the thing. Can we just please subscribe to this podcast on iTunes? Can we just get that done? Because here's the deal. I don't know where you're listening to this. Was it a link from Facebook? And you went to Spreaker? Did you go to Spreaker? Are you listening on the Spreaker page where you can chat? Look. Here's the thing. You go to iTunes and you subscribe. Then you know what happens? Every time I do this, a couple hours later, you get a little notification that says, hey, guess what? Bob Doyle just uploaded whatever. And all you got to do is push that and you're listening. No complicated anything. No remembering to download. No, nothing. Just subscribe. That's why they've got that in place. So can we make that agreement? Can we make that deal? So look, I'm in my car, as you can tell, and the microphone for this car, excuse me, as far as I know, the car doesn't have a microphone. It might. The microphone for this phone is right by the air vent of the air conditioner. So I've actually turned off the air conditioner, but I'm looking at the levels, and I can see there's a lot of noise. I did a 4-second test recording. I know you're hearing. It's very clear I'm in the car. I'm not using any kind of external mic, which is why maybe I won't share this. I don't know. This is one of those podcasts that you do because, oh my God, I know I'm going to be stuck in traffic for a really long time. I may as well talk to my people. It's been a while. And I just know how fun it is, like when I get a podcast update. Like if I'm listening, like I'm Spontaneous, Paul F. Tompkins or whatever. It's Monday. Oh, and see, they do it scheduled. A lot of people do. A lot of people say new podcasts released every whatever. And they record them and they produce them and they make them something special and then they upload them on a schedule. Unlike me, who says, I'm in my car, I think I'll do a podcast. Now, this time I am, of course, recording it. So I'm in no danger of, I'm just in no more danger than anyone else in this Atlanta traffic. So here's what's happening in my life right now, because that's why you listen to this. It's like, I've got my own life. This is you talking right now. I've got my own life. I've got my own problems. I've got my own set of challenges. I have my own goals, my own dreams, my own aspirations. But what's Bob up to? If I'm lucky, he's stuck in traffic and I can listen to him drive. And lo and behold, look at what's happened. It's your lucky day. Now, I am, Stay in Your Own Lane is the name of this because I'm on a stretch of road in Atlanta, Georgia called a 285. It's the perimeter. It's an interstate that circles around the city. And it's not really well designed. And it's a terrible place to be in rush hour traffic anyway. Now, I'm on the other side of rush hour. As I record this, it is about 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time, because I am in Atlanta as I record this instead of my hometown of Marina Del Rey, California. Wow, Bob, you called L.A. your hometown, even though Atlanta is where you were born. Yep, see, I'm making progress. One of these days, I might stop telling Len, all right, I'm going to go home for a week. Right? Home should be where I am with Len, right? Am I right, ladies and gentlemen? So, look, it's only been 5 years? You'd think I'd get it by now. Actually, it hasn't been. It's been 4 since I've moved here. Not here. See, I'm in Atlanta. See how confusing this is? Anyway, so I'm on this stretch of road, and then there's another interstate called 75, which runs north and south, and I am up 75, which means to go where I need to go, which is up another interstate called 85. I have to go down 75, across east on 285, which is where I am right now, to get to 85 to go north, to go to where my storage unit is, because that's why I'm here in Atlanta, to see my son for his birthday, which is on Tuesday. He'll be 17. Can you believe it? When the last time you saw him, he was how high? What? Anyway, so that's why I'm here, is to do the storage unit thing. So I'm trying to get there by 11 to meet people who are going to come pick up my, books and DVDs and things like that. So I have to go across 285. There's no other way to get where I'm going. And 285 is terrible normally. Well, here's what happened yesterday. I'm at my friend Rob's, because that's where I stay, before I go stay with my mom, with my son. Look, don't worry about my personal affairs, how I schedule them. I love it when it's amazing, my brain. I can be so on point, and then just one little squirrel, and it's gone. I have to go across yesterday. So I'm at my friend Rob's. My daughter, my oldest daughter, who lives in Atlanta-ish, calls me, and I'm like, hello, because that's what you do when you answer the phone. Actually, I think I said, hey, sweetie, something like that, because it's my daughter. Anyway, she goes, I'm just calling to see if you're alive. Why? So she tells me that yesterday there was a huge fire along one of our interstates, 85, and it eventually caused the entire interstate to collapse, a section of that interstate to collapse. Now, at the time that she called me, details were sketchy. She wasn't sure if it was 285, what I'm on right now, that was affected, or 85 or whatever. So we come to find out that the stretch of road where this collapse happened is actually inside the perimeter on 85, and I'll be going outside the perimeter on 85. So as I check Waze, the GPS program that tells you how long it's going to take you to get somewhere, because it knows what the traffic is, it tells me that the ride isn't going to be too badly affected, but it's definitely slower today than it would normally be. But here's where I was getting about the stay the lane. So I've learned, because I've done this trip many, many times, going to my friend Rob's, coming, and then going down to go over to Duluth to pick up Max. I've done this many, many times. And it's like one of those things where you go down to 75 and then you exit to get on the interstate, and you know which lane to get in that will lead you directly to the exit that I need to take for 85. It's the fourth lane over from the left, for those of you keeping score. So generally, I find just stay in that lane. Don't try to get faster because you see a break over here or over there. Because once you get down there to that exit, you want to be in the lane. You don't want to be fighting people to get in. I don't. Okay, maybe some of you aggressive drivers, you seek that stuff out. Where can I go today so I can be 3 lanes over to the left of where I need to be, have 20 feet to get all the way over to where I need to be, and do it no matter what? Those people. We all love those people. Okay, now it's getting hot. I'm going to have to turn on the air a little bit. I hope that doesn't make things too much worse. So I'm staying the lane. And now I can't see the GPS because I'm running this recording software program to record this broadcast. So I don't know. It said about 10:54 I'll get there. And then what I get to do is I get to go in, and there's two things I'm going through. I said this yesterday on my Facebook Live broadcast. You guys checking each other? If you're listening to I'd love to know how many people listening to this podcast have never seen the Bob Doyle Show. They just stumbled upon this. You've got to write me and let me know. You've got to tell me if that applies to you, because I do know there are people listening to this for whatever reason. You just like the company, right? Just hang out. This is the thing. Maybe you're driving. If you're not, you know what you should do? You should stop what you're doing and get in the car right now. That errand you've been avoiding, that trip to the grocery store or the post office. Oh, God, help you for having to go to the post office. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Stamps.com. Look into it. See, they should be a sponsor. If they were a sponsor of this show, and Stamps.com, they sponsor a lot of podcasts, or at least they used to. Used to hear Mark Maron over at the WTF podcast all the time. Stamps.com. This was years ago, though. I could sell the crap out of Stamps.com. because I hate the post office so much. Ugh, you have no idea. Unless you've listened to me rant about the post office before. But who doesn't, man? That's not like unique. You know what podcast you got to check out? Bob Doyle Show. Why? He does this unique thing. He has complaints about the post office. He points out the negative aspects of the post office. And then people are like, what? How? What? I can't even what do you even say? It's like you're not even speaking English to me like right now. You say my name, and then I hear gibberish, something about a Bob Doyle, and then it's just all, what? Can you please repeat that? That's how it would go. So the traffic has opened up a bit. You might be able to hear that I'm traveling a little faster. The traffic sound has changed. So I think we're past whatever the holdup is there, and now it's coming the other way. If this were a video podcast, I couldn't show you because that would be dangerous. You know what? You know what would be cool, which I've never done, and I'd get yelled at by everybody. I should do it when I'm a passenger. Next time I'm a passenger in a car, I'll do a 360-degree periscope so that you're actually sitting in the car and you can see where everything I'm doing. Good idea? Yeah, I thought so. Thanks for chiming in because I needed your vote. Even if it was silent and transmitted to me telepathically through time and space, because clearly, if I heard you say yes, it's from the future, my future, which is of course happening simultaneously to this right now. Look, guys, it's a wave. It's all just a wave. Are you with me? Because if you're not with me, you're against me. And if you're against me, well, I've got no room for you here. This is a hut of love. You never really saw it as a hut before, did you? You probably thought maybe a gazebo, a pavilion, maybe, but a hut. You're thinking a hut. No, this show's much classier than a hut. But you haven't seen this hut. Oh, this is not. You think of hut, and I know what you're thinking. You're thinking the palm fronds and, Gilligan's Island. I'll meet you in Gilligan's hut. Right? Hut. Wow, that word's starting to sound really funny to me right now. How in the hell did hut become a thing that you, and they must have said it a million times on Gilligan's Island, right? They stayed in huts. Now the word has no meaning. Now I don't even think I'm saying it right. Maybe hut isn't even a word. Except for the fact that we're broadcasting from one. So I guess it is. You ever get really nervous driving by the big trucks? Of course you do. Of course you do. Do you ever edge over, as close as you can to the other side of your lane when you're by one of those guys? And then you're worried that the guy next to you on that lane is going, hey, dude, center, right? You're laughing. It's funny because I almost changed lanes. See, I wasn't being present. I have stayed behind this same truck, since I have been on 285. And we're clipping along now at, I'm going to say 62 miles an hour, because that's what my speedometer says. Although it is not digital, it is analog. So I've got which is weird because I'm also wearing an analog watch. A watch, Bob? Yes, of course, the Bob Doyle Show watch. Didn't you watch my show the other day? Look, if you haven't seen episode 55 of the Bob Doyle Show, you can go to bobdoyleshow.com right now, and you wait about 4 seconds, it's going to just start playing. And then you scroll down, and you'll watch it. And it's been a while since I did one, and I have to say, although the opening, of course, it was a complete catastrophe technically. It started playing twice, or I pushed the wrong button or something. But that's par for the course. But given the rough and tumble opening, I felt like we filled the time pretty good, you and I. You don't remember being there? Look, don't start drinking at brunch on Bob Doyle Show days. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, look, it's just going to be one mimosa. It's going to give me that little relaxed glow. It'll be perfect for the Bob Doyle Show. But see, what happens is then the waiter comes by and says, would you like another? And you think, well, just one more, And then you get caught up into a conversation. Right? Now you're talking because you got that little giddy glow and everything's interesting to talk about. And now you're talking to whoever you're having brunch with. And you're so absorbed in the conversation that the waiter comes by again, kind of looks at you, and you just sort of nod a little bit with this sort of mischievous grin. And the next thing you know, you're going, wow, I don't know if I can drive home. Right? So you take an Uber. Inconvenient, because now you got to go back later and get your car. But, safety first. Well, now you and your friend take an Uber, and you're all giggly now because you're thinking, I don't even have to drive. And you go back to your place, and now the whole day has changed at this point. You were going to get stuff done, you were going to listen to the Bob Doyle Show, all that stuff, and you're still going to. But now it's kind of turned into a party. You guys started talking about some old stuff. The mimosas turned into wine, because now you're back, and you have like a little, just like, well, I've got some leftover white wine from the risotto I was cooking last night. Would you like a glass? Because I was just going to throw it out. Well, if you're going to throw it out. Now, look, this could be still two men who talk like that, okay? This doesn't have to be a woman thing. So anyway, now you finish up that last of it, and now you're like looking at each other awkwardly because you both know you just want to keep the party going. So the next thing you know, you go to the bathroom, you come back out, your friend's got a bottle of red wine. Now, guys, it's 12:45 at this point. But you're going, hey, you know what? This will be fine. I'm good. We're settled in. We'll have a glass. I don't even know if I'll finish it. But, we'll have a glass. And then the Bob Doyle Show will be on soon, and we'll listen to that. And it'll be great. Well, one bottle of wine later, and now into a second, and then your notification goes off. Bob Doyle is live. You look at each other, you're clapping, you're having a good time, and that's the last thing you remember. So all I'm saying is brunch on a different day. That's all. All right, I am on. Now, see, when you talk about something, I'm traversing something called Spaghetti Junction. If you're a Atlanta native, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, well, I'm going to explain it a little bit. It's where this 85 and 285 thing comes together. It looks like spaghetti from the air. You should see it from Google Earth. I have it bookmarked. But this is the transition from now 285, which I am now off, on to 85, which should be a pretty open ride because the city of Atlanta is inside the perimeter and everybody's going that way. Well, not everybody. I'm still behind this truck, but now I will break free. No need to stay in my lane right now because you know what? I haven't figured out which is the right lane yet. So maybe we can do that together. Like I know now, well, it doesn't matter. I'm going to my storage unit. I don't do that every time. Anyway, so I'm going to guess that I'm probably there in about 10 minutes. And that'll, of course, mark the end of this incredible program where we discussed, nothing that will make your life better. So again, this is all about just, maybe you're on your way to your storage unit. Wouldn't that be something? What if you were? I mean, what if you were? Look, stranger things have happened. Sometimes I'll listen to a podcast, especially one with Paul F. Tompkins, and they're talking about exactly what I'm talking, and they recorded it months earlier. So I'm just saying, it could happen that you're listening to this on your way to a storage unit. And what if you were 10 minutes away? And what if you were about to go through a box of books and clothes? What if you were me? What if we are one? And of course we are. And right now you're listening to this. So there's a part, like when you read a book, you kind of are transported into the book. So when you're reading the book, you're present too. You're there. You're there. So now you're listening to this, so you're here. But I only have room for a few of you. This is a hatchback. I couldn't, it was too late to upgrade to the SUV once I thought of it. So, I just see I'm driving as a Mac Jr., Big Mac, and Grand Mac. McDonald's has grand sides, their Big Mac. I'm just learning about this from a billboard. I haven't had a Big Mac. Now look, I like eating a Big Mac, to my recollection. My memory serves, as a young boy, my mom used to get a Big Mac, and I tasted it, and it was gross. It was just too much going on there for a child's palate. Big Mac, disgusting. I think I tried it twice as a child. Didn't work for me. Then, teenage, I don't know, had it. Yes, this is it. Now, this would have been in the late 70s, early 80s. Burgers have advanced. So I haven't had a Big Mac in, I don't know, 20 years, maybe. Because they're so good when you're eating them. Well, to some people. Some of you are going, this, I can't even listen to you anymore, Bob. You're making me think about a Big Mac. Well, now they have a Grand Mac, which I don't know. I didn't get a good look at the picture because I'm trying to be safety first. I'm still behind that truck. It's just now going faster, fast enough for me to be okay with being behind it. So how big is it? Is it 3 all beef patties? Special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions, and a sesame seed bun? Is it 4 all beef patties? Special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions, and a sesame seed bun? Have they added something to it? Is there another ingredient? And if there is, are they going to bring back that jingle? You know, 2 all beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions, and a sesame seed bun. Right? Except now they've got maybe a new ingredient or they've added a thing. I think they should do it. It's been, that thing's what? That's got to be 30 years or so. Anybody with me on the Sesame Seed Bun song? You can Google it. Google old McDonald's commercials. 12 beef patties, special sausage, cheese, pickles, onions, Sesame Seed Bun. It's in my brain forever, from kiddom. And I, like everyone else, had to learn it. You had to study it a little bit. It's like supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. You don't get that the first time. You gotta, you gotta work with it a little. And now it's in there. So once 2 all beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions, sesame seed bun is in there, by God, it's in there. But I think now they might just change it. Or is it just a bigger diameter? Maybe it's still 2 all beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions, sesame seed bun. But it's just, a half an inch bigger. I don't know. I may have to research this by buying one. Bob, you're not going to... No. Please, don't let the first thing you eat today be a Big Mac. Well, look, yesterday I forgot to eat completely until 4 o'clock. And that was bad news, Bears. Because I was in the, storage unit mode. I couldn't think about eating. Until my stomach said, pain forthcoming. Pain forthcoming. Now, if your stomach talks, you know how unnerving that is. It's like 1 in every 7 people have a talking stomach. Lucky me. So, pain forthcoming. And it's, I've still got stuff out of my... I'm not eating anytime soon. So it wasn't until 90 minutes later before I had some salted peanuts. All right, I am actually now going to... No, I'm not, because there's a car in my next lane. See, stay the lane. I haven't changed a lane since I've been on 285. Even though I'm now on 85. You feeling me? Okay. All right, well, originally my GPS had me there in about 4 minutes. Now, I haven't been able to see the updated time because I'm talking to you. And all I can see is the, the recording interface. But we are getting up towards Pleasant Hill Road, which is the exit, where I will be, exiting. This is what you do at exits. You don't enter them. Actually, you do enter an exit. Isn't that interesting? This is the entrance to the exit coming up. Not yet. I'll let you know. And then I think as soon as I exit, I'm going to start the theme, and then that's, I don't know, maybe I can take it all the way to I'll take it all the way to the storage unit. Why not? I'm sure I can find words to put together in some sort of order between now and then. So from here, I don't, the telling you what I'm going to do, that's enough already with that, Bob. Nobody cares about your day. Nobody cares about your chores. And if you had a rowing boat, they wouldn't care about your oars. Melodically, that was poorly structured. There was no, I don't know, what was the chord base of that? I have no idea. What I should have done was just chosen a tune that everyone would have recognized. No, I thought, I'll just make up something. And, sure, I give myself credit for oars, but the melody, there was nothing, you're not going to remember that tune. I'm not either. There's no way that the oars and chores, whatever the 2 rhymes were, that's not going to stick in your head, because it wasn't a catchy tune. There was no good hook. It was a pseudo-opera? What was that? Let's listen to it back. Can't do it. It'd be cool if I could, though, right? One day. I'll have Skippy, the producer, go, hey, play that back, the thing I just recorded. And he'll be able to do it, because he'll have a second. Or she. Skippy could be spelled Skippi. I knew someone named Kippy once, so it's not out of the question. Kippy was a girl, by the way. Because there's Kip. I'm at my exit now. This guy is, there we go. Now you hear the blinker maybe. Now this, I wish I could describe this freaking intersection. Just over this, to turn left onto this road, you actually go onto the left side. You're in Great Britain for a minute. That's all I'm saying. Like, you're just completely on the wrong side of the road, and they've got this weird crisscross thing. And I am in the wrong left lane. So I should have stayed my lane. I should have stayed my lane, because I changed once, and I didn't. No, wait. Yeah, I should have stayed my lane. Oh, well. Anyway, we're just minutes away now. And so I got to get in there and immediately tear open, I guess, close first. I think the book people, I don't know when the book people are coming. I got to go through a lot of stuff. Somebody just ran a red light and almost got hit. Did you hear it? And they almost let me in. See, I was like in momentum. I saw them moving. Oh! But then I saw this color that wasn't green. I'm going, that means something. Access databases. You probably heard that. That's what that was. That was my brain going, what do I do with this red color? Because my foot is saying go, but every other aspect of my life is saying, no, I'm thinking not. And I'm sitting there telling you about how it's Great Britain on the wrong side of the road. Because I'm serious, I'm about to turn left onto a road that is on the left side. And then it does this weird crossover. I cannot for the life of me figure out why they did this. Makes no sense. It's the craziest thing. Again, from the top of Google, if you get on the Google Earth, go ahead. Do it right now. You don't have to be in virtual reality. Just go to Google Earth and search out I-85 and Pleasant Hill Road. And then look at that mess. Try and figure that. Remember, it's America. And then while you're at it, scroll south on 85 and then check out that Spaghetti Junction. This is like, this right here, it's like it's trying to be, oh, you think you're confusing? You ain't seen nothing yet. I will out-confuse. Yeah, but you're so much smaller than me. I'm Spaghetti Junction. I've been around for years. You're just some, exit onto a mall, road. Oh, yeah, laugh if you will, Spaghetti. See, when this intersection is talking to that, they don't even honor, just diss them. Spaghetti. They don't say the whole Spaghetti Junction, which is the full name. You're not supposed to just call it Spaghetti to its face. That's considered quite disrespectful. In this intersection, obviously, no respect. So I don't know. Could this intersection become more confusing? It got off to a great start. Putting everything on the left, I gotta say, if you're trying to out-confuse Spaghetti Junction, you've done well, because at least Spaghetti Junction follows the whole right side of the road here in America thing. Now see, now I'm on the right side. Just a second ago, left. Crazy, right? All right, now we are approaching the road onto which I shall turn. And then literally seconds. All right, maybe a minute. Depends on if this light right here turns red. If it turns red, wild card, we don't know. If it stays green, we'll be there in less than 30 seconds. 1, 2, you count to yourself. That's boring for me to do. Oh, the old place I used to live. And I'm finally seeing the light at the end of this storage area tunnel. So, alrighty, I am now about to turn into the parking lot. And as soon as I pull into a parking space, I will start the theme, and I will say goodbye in a matter of seconds, because I got stuff to do, books to go through, DVDs to give away, clothes, Alright. Hey, no. Alright, well, whatever. It started in the middle. God bless each and every one of you. You all are awesome. And you know it.